There is so much going on. It is hard to keep up. Welcome back to our studio. It's so good to have you with us. Come on in.
Come on in.
Come and join us for the next hour. Jamie Carragher came in confident and will leave validated tonight.
Yes. I can't wait for table time.
Oh, we're doing that tonight, are we?
Oh, we're doing that tonight,
Can you do it by
baby.
yourself?
I'll do it whenever I want.
Whatever I want.
Your American accent, awful. Awful.
What about your American accent?
Pretty good, apparently.
Well, I
according
believe
to
so.
Twitter.
Yeah, I was reading social media.
Yep.
On,
Yeah. After the fight?
After the fight, yes, you were American then, weren't you, for the fight?
Was I? Was I really? I don't know what people get so het up about. You know, live and let live. That's what I think.
You've had a bit of a little stick on social media.
Golasso Show. If you were watching the Golasso Show with Nico and Nigel, welcome along. It's good to have you with us as well. Unfortunately, that interrupted Jamie's rant, but never mind.
Did you mention Nigel as well? He said Nico.
I said Nico and Nigel.
Oh, did you? Okay,
Yeah, I always mention
Just double check
Nigel.
him.
Can't forget Nudge.
Nope, you can't. You absolutely can't. Well, did you enjoy the second half a bit more?
Yeah, the second half was a lot better. I thought Liverpool had control in the last 20 minutes of the first half, but I don't know, it was a little bit, I don't want to say boring, but very tactical.
Well, that's what you said.
Yeah, well, it was boring for the viewer at home, but I mean, when a game's boring, it can be tactical. But second half, I just thought there was a bit more urgency, a little bit more quality. And Liverpool deservedly win it.
We are going to talk a lot more about Liverpool, but can I also just mention the fact that it's Thanksgiving tomorrow, everybody, and for that reason, we have a very special post-game planned for all of you guys at home and for us here in the studio.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving tomorrow, everybody. Yes, so Liverpool got a massive win today against Real Madrid at Anfield against the defending champions. Let's take you straight out to AndyRobertson, Liverpool.
AndyRobertson, how you doing?
You okay, guys? Is that your attempt at a Scottish accent?
I'm bad at accent. I leave it up to Kate. You got a show yet? What's took you so long?
I was having to ice my legs, sorry. It took so long.
He meant in general in what 4 years that we've been doing the show is what you meant, but never mind. Still good to have you with us. Top of the Premier League, top of the Champions League table. Life must feel good right now.
Yeah, not too bad. It's been good so far. Obviously today was a big game for us, and you know the lads that have been here for a while haven't managed to get one over in Real Madrid, so it was nice to finally be on the right side of the result.
Andy, I was not happy with that penalty when I seen it there. I didn't think that was a penalty. I mean, how much did you actually connect with him? Because it didn't look like it was anything when we watched so many replays back.
Yeah, look, there wasn't much contact, but I think, as you know, I think I've left my leg in a little bit, you know, and yeah, look, there's contact there, and I think if the ref gives it, then he's not gonna overturn it, you know. So I think it's soft. I think it's on the soft side. I was a bit frustrated, but look, it is what it is, and I think Queeve was getting bored, so I gave him something to do, and thankfully he stepped up.
Yeah, he was getting a little bit cold. He needed warming up. But listen, I want to get back to you know, the new manager's come in. He's had a great start, but it is different. You can see that with your position. You play a lot more narrower at times. It's not overlapping. You're actually underlapping and making runs inside. Can you just give us a little insight to the differences with the new manager, especially in your position at fullback?
Yeah, it's been a lot different. You know, obviously, like you say, it's deeper, or sometimes he wants you to overlap, sometimes he wants you to underlap, sometimes he wants you to make deep runs, like you've seen Connor do quite a few times tonight. So, look, every game's different, and I think we're all enjoying it. You know, I think everyone's position's different, but, you know, if I'm focused on myself or the fullback role, then, you know, every game, pretty much, we have to do something different. So it's been really enjoyable. You know, I think, you know, being 30 years old and experienced, it's been a joy to kind of learn something new again and things like that. So I've really enjoyed it, and look, it will take time, but I think the results have been really good. I think we've performed really well, and you know, hopefully we can only get better. But you know, like I said, everything changes game to game. The staff put in some amount of hours, and you know, the analysts they put in is unbelievable, and you know, that makes us the best prepared possible for every game.
Andy, you've got a big game at the weekend, and you know how important it is to refuel. And I've always just got that image of you and every other Scottish player. It's got to be it must be Iron Brew.
There's a lack of it down in England. That's the problem. You know, thankfully some of my family are down, so hopefully they've brought me a couple of bottles.
I guess we're interested over here because obviously we work with Jamie all the time, and we see a lot of the stick that he gets on Twitter and social media and stuff after certain statements that he may make publicly. What do you guys think of him over there in the dressing room? Take us inside the dressing room. What's the thoughts on Jamie Carragher?
He's been getting a bit of stick in the changing room this week, that's for sure.
What's that?
Well, no comment. I think I'll leave that.
Jamie oversteps the mark from time to time.
No, I think he gets paid to do his job, and I think all he's doing, like it's part and parcel of football. He has to give his opinion, and whether we agree with it or not, sometimes is a different story.
So basically, you said you don't agree with it. Is what I took from that.
Well, maybe not me, but no.
Andy, you know when you come to the end of your career, and we know there's still a few years left in yet, we're pretty sure of that. But do you fancy a bit of punditry? I mean, we're desperate.
Yeah, I'd love it, especially your guys' shows. I think it looks a bit of light-heartedness. So, like you said, so hopefully I've got a couple more years on the pitch, but after it, I'll maybe give you a call to see if you can hook me up.
Yeah.
But bear in mind what you've just said. Does that make Jamie your favourite on the show?
Who's your favourite? Come on.
See, you get asked this all the time.
Yes,
Andy.
Just shut up, Jamie.
Before he gives his answer, I want to make a plea. We've been asking people this for 2 years, and not once have I been chosen.
Well, what I will say is Peter Schmeichel's waving his hands behind the camera like a madman. I don't think the Liverpool fans will be too happy with that one. Look, I'm not gonna. Oh, here he comes. I'm not going to lie. I actually, when I was younger, I had a
crush on Thierry.
I had an Arsenal kit with Thierry on.
Hey.
Mum and Dad got me for Christmas. So, I've got to say Thierry. But Cara, you know, I respect what you did. Obviously, a Liverpool legend. So.
Andy, just keep up the good work, mate. We'll be there Sunday, roaring you on. Fingers crossed.
Thank you very much, guys. Much appreciated.
All the
best.
Congrats again. Thank you so much. Oh, everybody coming on the show is good people tonight.
What guy?
Yeah.
Everyone loves you.
If Andy Robertson can't pick me, honestly.
Are you ever going to get a vote?
I know.
Stop being nice to people.
I know. Imagine what they were saying in that dressing room.
Who's on it? Thierry, Kate, Michael, Jamie. No.
All right, everyone, we're going to go to a break. We'll be back with more minutes to go until Thanksgiving dinner will be served. Yes, and meanwhile, Anita, Titi and Jamie have gone up to the big screen. Going to break down some of the moments from the big game today from Liverpool against Real Madrid.
Precisely. Jamie, very happy night for you. Top of the table in the Premier League, top of the Champions League table again, and we want to break down some of the moments from the match this evening, starting with that first goal, right?
Yeah, and initially, you know, we want to look at it from Real Madrid's point of view, and Kylian Mbappe, there's a lot of talk coming into the game. Vinicius Junior wasn't there. He was going to get that little role on the left, and he had a poor night. We've seen some of the highlights with the penalty miss, but he was involved in Liverpool's first goal, unfortunately for him. And we just see him in a position now at the bottom of the screen. He's got the ball here, comes inside, and we're seeing a shadow of the player. They lose the ball there. Obviously, his reaction, he's trying to get back, but Liverpool then go straight down the other end, and there was certainly a lot more pace to the game in the second half than we saw in the first half. You just see losing the ball, counter-press, get it back there from AndyRobertson, but this all starts from Kylian Mbappe and Real Madrid having really good possession in a dangerous position. Now, I just want to highlight him here, Conor Bradley. We spoke before the game about how narrow Liverpool's full-backs go, so it'll be Mo Salah giving the width and Conor Bradley inside. So we thought this could be a problem. So look, he's off. He runs in behind Jude Bellingham. He gets in behind, I think it's Rudiger, in between defenders, and he should score. It's probably the only sort of negative on the whole night for him, really, because he was absolutely outstanding. But that was something that we looked at before the game that was going to cause Real Madrid a problem. Again, look, he's still in this position now. Mo Salah's wide. Now, that's definitely a feature of Arne Slot's Liverpool, how they go about things and want to do things. But after that miss, you think at the cop end, that big surge, you think, OK, well, how quickly, 20, 30 seconds later, the goal from this man, and he's been absolutely outstanding. What's really important, again, is look at Conor Bradley inside. He plays the 1-2, he gets the assist. So McAllister, brilliant at the cop end, but the role of Conor Bradley, something that we highlighted before the game, was vital in Liverpool going 1-0 up.
And I think you wanted to add to that role of...
No, Conor Bradley was just outstanding, and I think he didn't have to do a lot defensively because Mbappe didn't do a lot offensively, so it became very easy. But, you know, the positioning that he takes right now and what he can do and how he understands that he needs to make that run, and the assist was on the Trent assist, in all fairness, but still, he is where he's supposed to be, and I mean, that for me already did set the tone. Boom. That's it. You all know, guys, you guys were centre-back, right-back, whatever. When you go into someone like that beginning of the game, you're going to struggle. We see him making that run. Every time he fancied it, you could see that he fancied himself. He fancied himself against Mbappe, and everything that he did was spot on. Hopefully for you, Jamie, that is not going to be a problem with the hamstring at the very end. But we were waiting for Salah, we were waiting for Mbappe, and we saw Conor Bradley and also Bellingham. People were thinking that, but we saw Conor Bradley, so fair play to him. But some of the stuff that Mbappe did on that first clip, where he doesn't, you said he tried to come back. He didn't try to come back, because if he helps, they would never 3v2 on the outside. And anyway, I went a bit too far with that one, but it has to be more from that team and from him especially.
Well, coming into this game, there's been a lot of talk of Real Madrid looking to buy Liverpool's right-back. But I'm not sure if that player is called Trent Alexander-Arnold or Conor Bradley.
Wow. That's a big call, Jamie. OK, well, you just mentioned Jude Bellingham a moment ago, and Peter Schmeichel caught up with him after the game.
You came here to get today. What is it with the team at the moment? It's not really working out for you.
Yeah, the performance wasn't good enough tonight. You know, they were in control of large majorities of the game. When we got into those areas where we looked like we could be dangerous, we were just lacking that cutting edge. And yeah, it's disappointing, but we have to review it. We have to look at where we can improve, the ways that they hurt us. I think there's many different reasons, but you know. The last two games we've done really well at doing those fundamental things really well, and tonight we were just off it. They were a bit more dominant in the duels, which sounds like a minor thing, but if you keep winning them over and over again, that's going to take a hold of the game. But you know, we've come to the most informed team in Europe at the minute. We understand the challenge that we had. We understand how good the team we were that we were playing against, and it's important we pack ourselves up now, no excuses, and crack on.
Well, that was good, wasn't it? Let's take you out to Peter, who's still there standing by for us. Did Jude ask about us? Because he's like a friend of the show, you know. Did he ask about us, Peter?
I don't think he was in the mood for that today.
Okay.
For him personally, it wasn't a good game. He was... him and Mbappe was in a way were targeted by the Liverpool players. Every time they had the ball, they were closed down by 1-2 players very, very quickly, and in a physical way. And it's not something that they're used to, either of them. So, you know, wasn't his best game. It definitely wasn't Real Madrid's best game. And in all fairness, it's a shadow of the team that we saw winning this competition last season, Kate.
Peter, Jude Bellingham said in his interview that Liverpool are now the best team in Europe right now. Do you agree with him?
Well, he didn't say that, Jamie. He said he's the most important team. That's a big difference. But in all fairness, James, I was very, very impressed with Liverpool today. Their organisation, the way they play, the way they close their opponents down, how they come up to their chances. They're up against a really good goalkeeper. We covered that already. Saved some really, really big chances today. And, you know, it's relentless. They keep winning. And then when the other team has a chance, like a penalty, there's a goalkeeper there saving it. He's done fantastically well. Honestly, Jamie, I can't wait for next year. What's going to happen? Is it going to be him? Is it going to be Alisson? Is it going to be Mamardashvili? I mean, it's three really, really high-quality goalkeepers. Who's going to get the #1 shirt?
Well, let me ask you a question about a different game, Celtic against Bruges, because obviously with your son Casper, we know that you would have been watching that one as well. 1-1 was the final score. Did you see that as a point gained or 2 dropped?
I see that as 2 dropped. Bruges was a team.
OK, Jude Bellingham there with Jules Breach reacting on that 2-0 loss. Let's throw it ahead a little bit. We mentioned there with Arne slot, he's got Man City at the weekend, a huge, huge fixture, and perhaps a little bit different to what we're used to because Liverpool have the momentum, and Man City, for the first time in a very long time, don't seem to have any at the moment. It seems to be going from bad to worse. So how do you predict that one going, Rio?
Well, I think before a ball's kicked at the weekend, if you had to put your money on anybody winning the league and winning Champions League, Liverpool will be your first bets, I'm sure, right now. They're favourites. I'm not saying they will, but right now they'll be favourites, and that means there's confidence brimming here. You can feel there's an anticipation before a ball's even kicked in the stadium. There's a confidence from the fans through all to the players to the manager, and there seems to be a quiet authority when they're playing now, with and without the ball. So I think they're looking at a real good state at the moment, but I think they're meeting Man City at a perfect time for Liverpool. They're in form. Man City are struggling. They can't buy a win at the moment, and you'd be bet, if you're a betting man, you'd bet on Liverpool beating Man City at the weekend again.
Pep Guardiola said, look, even all the great teams, they can't keep it up consistently for that long. And I think we all just kind of thought, yeah, but City will. Do you think this is just a slump, or do you think this is a sign of a tough season ahead for City?
No, I definitely don't think it's a sign of a tough season ahead, especially with Pep being in charge. He'll come up with some sort of master plan, but it's just one of those things. I think when a team goes on a run, it's how quickly can you get off the run. I think they'll try and look at the positive from last night and say they didn't lose. So I think you have to try and take the positives out of it. And I think Liverpool will definitely know not to underestimate Man City, because they know how good they can be. And with such good teams, all it takes is a flick of a switch and they're back on it. So
how will Liverpool be eyeing that fixture, do you think, at the weekend?
Oh, they'll be looking forward to it. They just want to carry on, don't they? The manager said just, when we were off camera, saying that actually playing 3 days suits them because they just roll on. He doesn't have to say anything. It's Manchester City. They're the
he genuinely seems comfortable in his own skin. He seems like he's really taken it in his stride, and you can see from the performances.
Yeah, it's not always easy to do, Maka, in terms of coming here and filling the boots of Jurgen Klopp, but so far he is doing it incredibly well, isn't he? All right, guys, coming up next after us is the Goal Show Extra.
In London, good to have you with us. It's already smelling good in here. Smelling fantastic, is it not, Micah?
Yeah, it smells delicious.
Keep going, Slide.
I'm
Slide. Slade.
One job.
Gone very close. Why can't we ever get people's names right on this show? Oh, I feel like we let ourselves down. Anyway, let's talk about Liverpool and Real Madrid. 2-0 win. We're going to go through the highlights of this one. Jamie, do you want to start us off?
Oh, I'd love to. Now, this is the Núñez chance early on. Listen, this was early on, got the crowd up a little bit, but, Mike has mentioned what he thought of the game at half-time, and I think I agree with it a little bit. Besides that, in the first 15, 20 minutes, there wasn't an awful lot. It was almost like a boxing game. Both teams just sparring, testing each other out. But it's a brilliant save. Peter Schmeichel mentioned that at half-time, and Real Madrid get away with one there. I think the young defender, Asensio, does well. Sorts his feet out, gets it away. But after that, there wasn't an awful lot really to worry Real Madrid, but this was another big Courtois save, Micah. Yeah,
I mean, Peter mentioned it at half-time. It was more just about his positioning. You see the way he took off his line, got himself in the right position, and then the size of him, it's always going to be difficult from Núñez there. But yeah, he's showing why he's one of the best in Europe, if not the best. Great save.
Yeah. And then the first goal comes. Alexis McAllister. I mean, he's been a brilliant signing for Liverpool. You think of like the big money signings, teams make. 35 million, a World Cup winner, Conor Bradley, who was outstanding as well. And I think he just hits it early, so the goalkeeper can't quite see it. Not sure why people are laughing at me, but
because that was me to talk now, but carry on.
Oh,
it's Liverpool.
It's
okay. Carry on.
You know what I like when Liverpool wins, Thierry. I get carried away.
Carry on.
I'm
smelling the food. You go.
Top end, the tongue's out. Thierry, penalty incident?
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, but obviously if you Robertson there and you go and close down Lucas Vazquez and then you turn, by the way, and then you put your leg in once you get down, it can be called as soft, but nowadays it's a penalty.
Yeah. I felt Kylian Mbappe, when this was given, there was a little VAR check, but the referee, he stuck with the team. I just felt Kylian Mbappe, for me, looked really nervous. Obviously, they were waiting for it. Now there's a little bit of time. Obviously, he's not the most confident of players right now, certainly not his best. And there was a little bit of time, as I said, with the VAR pushing the goalkeeper back, but he seemed so desperate to take it, Thierry, and he kept looking at the referee, almost wanting the whistle to be blown really quickly to get it over with. Did you feel that?
He did look nervous. We said it, actually, off air, both of us. And
you see him looking there, don't you?
It's easy to say now because we know he missed, but he didn't feel right. And That's a great save.
We've got to talk about the goalkeeper, though.
Yes,
I mean,
yes. He did the same at the weekend, by the way.
He saved 3 penalties in 2 weeks. I mean, he's a man with so much confidence. And he deserved, I won't say deserved the spot, but when you've got a top keeper like Alisson, whose form has been exemplary. Oh. You like that word? I'm not saying it again.
I think you missed the L.
Did I?
Yeah.
Go on, say it again.
Exemplary.
But come on, it was twisted and turning.
Look at him, look at this man, your man.
Salah. I mean, I wouldn't say it was his best game tonight, but on the counter-attack he was brilliant as usual. Twisted and turning. Fakes a goal like he's going to go on, open it up, but comes back onto his right foot.
But listen, you've given the big build-up before the game, so I'm going to let you take this.
Well, he just mishit it, you know. It's one of those things, he's changed his technique, he's gone for the outside of his foot, and he just puts too much on it. Yeah, and he kicks the floor a little bit, so you can let him off. Are you more Salah in or out, Jamie?
I'm Mo Salah in, of course I am. I always have been, but... Cody Gakpo puts it... I mean, this guy gets goals, doesn't he, Thierry? He doesn't always start, but he always comes on and scores.
He has that in his locker. He doesn't trust him sometimes to start as a 9. That's why I think Nunez knows the position a tiny bit better. But he's a good player.
Well, guess what? We're going to skip over to a different game, Aston Villa against Juventus, because you...
اسود دول ما سمعش
104 كلوف دي حقيقة
ايه بس ايه
ابو اودين مات طيب بص في سبكتر وراك معاك سبكتر
هيخرتقني اكيد يعني انا ديفندر يعني العب اودين عادي هتدوسي يا ابن المتضايقه دوسي يلا تكلك امك.
انا مش فاهم هو ليه خرج دلوقتي يعني فاهم هو كان يستنى سكاي يخلص البري فاير بتاعه وهو بيرولود الاودين ياخد
عيل ماسخ بجد اقسم بالله اتخنقت من اللعبه دي.
You and me, Reina. No limit. There. Where are you?
عندنا اصلا.
هو تقريبا شافك صح؟
يا اسطى كلهم بيلعبوا اودن يا اسطى.